Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello, students. We are teachers Che Kriboti K. Solomon
and Mr. Aaron T. Bala
of Rising Academies. This is the Rising Youth Movement Partnership for the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Lesson number 22. Our lesson today is Language Arts Reading for students of grade 3 to 4. And the topic is the ecosystem of the ocean. For today's lesson, we will be able to define the ecosystem of the ocean and list the various ecosystems found in the ocean. While we listen to these COVID-19 help tips, please take out your pencil, pen, copybooks, and get ready for today's lesson. Again, welcome. Let's learn.
What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Now it is time for our lesson. Today, we have another reading session together. I am feeling great because I know we will do lots of fun activity. How are you feeling today? Remember, our last class, we practiced the sentence, 80% of all marine organisms live near the shore. We practiced blending sounds like R and R to read and write words like hard, hard, back, bark, chart, and chart. Lastly, we read and discussed the passage. The ocean is big and constantly moving. Also, I want to remind your families about your assignment. Hello, family. Please ask your child about the assignment they did to write a list of things that live in the ocean. We are proud of them, and I'm sure they did a terrific job. Here are our 5 fun activities. Sentence warm-up, sight words, sound workout, write and read. Lastly, read aloud. Let's have a great class together. We now join Teacher Krubo for our sentence warm-up activity.
Thank you, Teacher Aaron. It is time for our sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is, an ecosystem is a community of living things. An ecosystem is a community of living things. You will listen while I say the sentence 2 times. Then, I will tell you when it is time for us to read the sentence together. Ready? Listen first. An ecosystem is a community of living things. An ecosystem is a community of living things. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
An ecosystem is a community of living things.
One more time.
An ecosystem is a community of living things.
Great. When I hear the sentence, an ecosystem is a community of living things, I think about the different places where lots of animals and plants live together. Animals and plants live together in a specific place I call an ecosystem. One example of an ecosystem is the rainforest. The rainforest has plants and animals that only live there. Another ecosystem could be in a pond or lake. There are specific types of animals and plants that will live around fresh water. I want you to think about how you will do a drama for the sentence. An ecosystem is a community of living things. What kinds of ecosystem will you pretend to live in? Will you be a bird in the forest? Will you be a snake in the desert? Will you be a frog in a pond? I will give you 5 seconds to think about how you will do a drama to show the sentence. An ecosystem is a community of living things. Good job. I hope you have your drama ideas ready. Now I will say the sentence and you will do your drama. Ready? Your turn. An ecosystem is a community of living things. Wow. The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I wish I could see your beautiful drama at home too. I am sure you did a great job. Now I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. First question. Are people part of the ecosystem where you live? Next question. Are papaya trees part of the ecosystem where you live? Next question. Are lions part of the ecosystem where you live? The last question. Are ants part of the ecosystem where you live? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now, let's say the word ecosystem. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables in the word ecosystem. You will listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then, I will tell you when it is time for you to try. Ready? Ecosystem. Ecosystem. Now you can try this with me.
Ecosystem.
Again.
Ecosystem.
Great job. How many syllables in the word ecosystem? Yes, there are 4 syllables. Ecosystem is one word with 4 syllables. Is ecosystem a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. Ecosystem is a noun. An ecosystem is a community of living things together in a same place. You are listening to the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. This is your lower basic level 2 grade 3 to 4 language arts reading, and we are your teachers. Now it is time for our sight words. This is the new part of our lesson where we will review sight words. Sight words are words that we use a lot, so we want to be able to read them quickly when we see them. In your notebook, I want you to have a special place where you will write your sight words. Every day you will put your sight words in the same place. It will be at the front of your book, or it could be at the back of your book. But you need 4 pages only for sight words. On sight words, page 1, you will write the number 23 and 24 with a space next to each number for a word. I want you to go ahead and write 23 and 24. Now, you will write the sight words I tell you next to the numbers. Number 23. Write the word face. This word has 4 letters and it is spelled T-H-I-S. Number 24. Write the word have. This word has 4 letters and it is spelled H-A-V-E. Let's also review numbers from before. Last time, we had 2 other sight words. They were, number 21 is the word art. This word has 2 letters and it is spelled A-T. Number 22 is the word be. This word has 2 letters and it is spelled B-E. Fantastic. Now, we will play a sight words game. I will say a word and you will point to the word in your notebook and we will say how to spell it. It could be sight words that you wrote before. Day. Point to the word day in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Day. This. Point to the word this in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. This. Have. Point to the word have in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Have. Art. Point to the word art in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Art. Great job with our sight words today. Remember, save those 4 pages in your notebook for your collections of sight words. We will add more sight words in our next session. Thank you. We now join Teacher Aaron for our next activity called Sound Workout.
Thank you, Teacher Kuro, for our sight words exercise. Today, in our sound workout, we will practice 2 keywords. Keywords means it is the important word for today. Today, we are learning about how the letter R plays a special role when we are reading our vowels. In English, we have letters that are called vowels and letters that are called consonants. Is the letter P a vowel?
No. The letter P is a consonant, not a vowel.
Great. Then, what are some other consonants that you know?
Other examples of consonants are D, T, M, X, G, W. There are many consonants.
Wow, that's great of you. Is the letter O a vowel?
Oh, yes. The letter O is a vowel.
Great. So, what are some other vowels that you know?
The other vowels are A, E, R, O, U.
Wow, great. The letter O makes the sound R, like in the word part. When the letter O is followed by the letter R, those 2 letters together make a different sound. The letters O and R together make the sound O, like in the word pot. Listen, pot has the letter O in the middle. Can you draw the letter O in the air with your finger? Great job. Pot has the R sound in the middle. Listen, R, 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 pot. R, 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 pot. Your turn.
R, 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 pot.
Again. R, 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 pot. The next key word is part. Part has the letters O and R in the middle. Can you draw the letters O and R in the air with your fingers? Great job. Part has the R sound in the middle. Now listen. R, 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 part. R, 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 part. Your turn. R, 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 part. Again. R, 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 part. Great job. Those are our two key words, pot and part. Listen. Part, part, part. Listen. Part, part, part. Your turn. Pot, pot, pot.
Part, part, part.
Great job. Now I will say a new word together with our keywords. I will say it 2 times. The first time, just listen. The second time, when you hear the 2 words with the same sound in the middle, I want you to stand up. You have to listen closely. It can be very hard to hear the sounds in the middle of words. Just listen. Salt, pot. Salt, pot. Stand up when you hear the same sound. Salt, pot. Salt, pot. The correct answer is salt, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 2 is salt. Just listen. Salt, pot. Salt, pot. Stand up when you hear the same sound. Salt, pot. Salt, pot. Great. The correct answer is salt, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 3 is the word cod. Just listen. Cod, pot. Cod, pot. Stand up when you hear the same sound. Cod, pot. Cod, pot. Great job. The correct answer is cod, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 4, bug. Just listen. Bug, pot. Bug, pot. Stand up when you hear the same sound. Bug, pot. Bug, pot. The correct answer is bug, pot. They both have the R in the middle. Okay, now I will only say the words 1 time. Listen carefully and stand up when you hear the same sound. Number 5, cord. Cord, pot. Cord, pot. Great job. The correct answer is cord, pod. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 6 is barn. Barn, pot. Barn, pot. Great job. The correct answer is barn, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 7 is tot. Tot, pot. Tot, pot. Great job. The correct answer is tot, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Number 8 is torn. Torn, pot. Torn, pot. Great job. The correct answer is torn, pot. They both have the R sound in the middle. Great job, everyone. That is the end of sound workout. We now move to our next activity called Brilliant Blending. Are you ready? Today we will practice some words that have vowels with and without R in the middle. Listen. Cord. 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 Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Cord. Cord. Again. Cord. Great job. Our next word is salt. Listen. Salt. Salt. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn.
Salt.
Salt. Again. Salt. Great job. Our next word is tart. Listen. Tart. Tart. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Tart. Tart. Again. Tart. Great job. Number 4. The word is born. Listen. Born. Born. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Born. Born. Again. Born. Great job. Our next word is salt. 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 Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Salt. Salt. Again. Salt. Great job. Our last word is torn. Listen. Torn. Torn. You can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Torn. Torn. Again. Torn. Excellent work. We now move to our next activity called Write and Read. I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we will read the words together. Number 1, write the word spelled P-O-R-C-H. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen while I sound out the word. Porch. Porch. The word porch has the vowel O and an R together. O and R makes the sound R. Your turn. Porch. Again. Porch. Great. The word porch means an open area at the front of a house with a roof. For example, you can say, I like to sit on my porch when it is hot. Number 2, write the word spelled P-O-T. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen while I sound out the word. Pot. Pot. The word pot has the vowel O, so it makes the sound R. Your turn. Pot. Again. Pot. The word pot means a container for cooking. For example, you can say, that pot is full of rice. Number 3, write the word spelled W-O-R-N. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen what I sound out the word. One. One. The word one has the vowel O with an arrow together. O and arrow makes the sound O. Your turn. One. Again. One. The word worn means the past participle of the verb wear. For example, you can say, I have worn these shoes to school every day. Number 4, write the word spelled D-O-N. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen what I sound of the word. Done. Done. The word done has a vowel O, so it makes the sound O. Now, your turn. Done. Again. Done. The word done is an old-fashioned way to say put on clothes. For example, you can say, I will don my best clothes for the graduation. Fantastic. By remembering that the vowel make a different sound when they are together with the letter R, you are able to read so many new and interesting words. Thank you so much. We now move to our next activity called Read Aloud. Let's join Teacher Kubo.
Thank you, Teacher Aaron. Our last activity today is Read Aloud. I'm going to read you another passage about marine biology. This passage is adapted from Ology, the science website for kids. This passage is called The Ocean Has Many Different Ecosystems. Hearing that title makes me ask questions like, why are there many ecosystems in the ocean? How do organisms live in an ecosystem? What is an example of an ecosystem? The ocean has many different ecosystems. From above, the ocean may seem like one big uniform mass of water. But look beneath the waves, and you will see tall mountains, deep trenches, and wide plateaus. These seascapes are formed over millions of years by geologic processes such as erosion, deposition, and plate tectonic forces. Further from shore and deeper into the depths, conditions such as light, temperature, pressure, and salinity varies, creating many different ecosystems, from coral reefs to pillow seas to the sea floor. An ecosystem is a community of living things. Members survive by interacting with each other and with their environment. In fact, there are more kinds of ecosystems in the ocean than on land. Mangrove forests. Mangrove forests are a unique ecosystem. These unusual trees thrive in seawater along tropical coastlines. They trap mud in their roots, protecting the land from gradually eroding away. Mangroves also protect young fish, shrimps, and other organisms. Hundreds of species depend on mangroves. Wow, what an interesting reading. Based on what we learned, maybe we can answer some of the questions we had at the beginning. Why are there many ecosystems in the ocean?
In the passage, I remember reading the sentence, conditions such as light, temperature, pressure, and salinity vary, creating many different ecosystems. In different parts of the ocean, The environment is also different. Light is talking about how bright or dark a place is. Temperature talks about how warm or cold a place is. And salinity talks about how much salt is in the water. When the conditions are different, it creates different ecosystems.
Wow. So, how do organisms live in an ecosystem?
Let me think. In the passage, I remember reading the sentence, an ecosystem is a community of living things. Members survive by interacting with each other and with their environment. Organisms in an ecosystem live together. They rely on each other to survive. For example, a shark eats big fish, and a big fish eats smaller fish. All the different living things depends on each other. If one type of animal disappears, all the other organisms will be affected.
Wow. So, what is an example of an ecosystem?
Oh yes, I know this one. In the passage, I remember reading the sentences, mangrove forests are unique ecosystem. These unusual trees thrive in seawater along the tropical coastline. I have seen mangrove trees before. They grow close to the water in the mud. I didn't know that mangrove forests were a type of ecosystem. Now I know.
Great. The ocean is a big place. The same way there are different places on land, like mountains, cities, lakes, plantations. There are also different ecosystems in the ocean. I wonder how many more ecosystems there are. Thank you very much. For your assignment, please write 3 sentences about ecosystems. Okay, students, let's recap what we learned today. We practiced the sentence, an ecosystem is a community of living things. We practiced blending sounds like R and to read and write the words like porch, pot, warm, dawn, storm, and stop. Lastly, we read and discussed the passage. The ocean has many different ecosystems. Boys and girls, that is the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. You were terrific. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Now, students, I want you to please take your pen and notebook and write down the following radio stations. You can also listen to more of these lessons. Are you ready? Number 1, Truth FM 96.1. Number 2, ELBC 99.9. Number 3, ELUM 98.7. Hot FM 107.9. Cool FM 91.9. Echoes Radio 91.5. Kings FM 88.5. Freedom FM 87.9. OK FM 99.5. And City FM 90.2. You can also follow us on community radio stations across the country. Also, on the Ministry of Education Facebook page are Ministry of Education Liberia, or on the Ministry of Education website www.moe-liberia.org. Students, if you have any questions about today's lesson, I want you to kindly send them by SMS through this number 0555 670833. Again, if you have any questions about today's lesson, kindly send them by SMS through this number 0555 670833.
Okay, boys and girls, that is the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. You were excellent. We hope to talk to you again soon. This has been a Rising in Youth Movement Partnership lesson, part of the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Goodbye from me, J. Kubo DK Solomon.
And goodbye from me, Mr. Aaron T. Bala.